All right, here we got yellow and green coming into Mark 3. One of the things initially, we didn't really see the beginning of it, but you got to be careful jibing too close to other boats. 14 kind of jibes, and the yellow boats, when we're there, I think has to kind of keep clear immediately, and they do. Might be a scenario where we're jibing too close, but no contact, all good here. One of the things I think we'll spend a lot of time talking about, but the crew work kind of coming into these marks is really important, along with the skippering stuff. So as you're trying to slow, what's really important, this jib has got to be luffing this whole time. In 14, I think especially, they got control of the zone. They're soaking in, jibing, circling low. You know, 13's now got inside, and they jibe. They have mark room on 4 behind. They can kind of hook hard and kind of maintain control of them. And now looking ahead here, right, we have 14 and 13. 14 and 5, excuse me. 5 is slowing aggressively. They want to play back on 13. And you just look at the jib trim on 13. What's really important in these team races is that you basically are doing this little wiggle here, right, where 13 is trying to slow down enough to maintain control of boat 4 without kind of overlapping boat 5. So what's most effective with doing that is having a slightly eased jib. Right now, it's not great camera work, but here we can kind of tell we're a little bit over-tensioned here, you know, and I think 13 does a good job of kind of hitting that boat there, kind of forcing them to go, and then right as they're going here, this jib needs to be eased. Big time. It has to be eased the same as boat 5 so that 13 can kind of slow and wiggle and do everything they need to round the mark. You know, 14 is going to get around the mark here, and one of the things that's really effective in the FJ is you just slow down enough where the trailing boat has to dive to leeward, and you know, the FJs don't kind of reach underneath boats all that well. So if you do that, you have a really good control of the trailing boat. We have 5 coming around, 13 rounding here, trying to go maybe a little bit high lane, but a slightly not great rounding allows boat 4 to kind of come in with pace, have a good rounding, and now they're suddenly in control of them, you know. And a lot of that, I think, is jib trim related. So you can see from above, you know, how important the jib trim is in the team racing, especially on the reaches.